what's going on, guys? This is Cat back here with another Almagem video. In today's video, guys, we're going over the top 10 rarest clothing items on Almagem Classic for 2023. So I'm remaking these videos every year to show how the lists have updated over the year, and this is the 2023 rendition. Big changes compared to the list last year. So without further ado, let's just get into the number 10 spot here. So here at the number 10 spot here, we have the rare Magenta Heart Locket, and this is valued at 1,500, worth maybe less as of right now. So information behind this item, the rare Magenta Heart Locket got into the game on August 25th, 2016 and was recovered by beloved pandas, and it can be obtained if an HHQ employee forgets to add the color values when sending back a rare Heart Locket through the recovery system. As a result, the item turns magenta, although the chances of this happening are extremely low. And this item is obviously one of a kind as well, and it will most likely stay one of a kind as well. So that is the number 10 spot, the rare Magenta Heart Locket. Here at the number 9 spot, we have the Mint Sheep Cloak, and this is worth 2,000 worth or less as of right now, and it is two of a kind. Some info behind this item is that the Mint Sheep Cloak is an unreleased variant of the normal Sheep Cloak that got into the game in July 2020. A person named Oscar and his friend found the message in a Bottle Crystal Sands map in an old storage server of the developer rooms on Almagem. They then found an exploit in the message in a bottle that allowed them to create any colored sheep cloak, so they could custom color any sheep cloak they wanted and make any color, thus creating this one here as well. It was originally one of a kind, however on August 17th, 2021, one of the previous owners, Soul's account was hacked, and 3 days later HHQ restored it, duplicating the Mint Sheep Cloak. So that is in fact why there is now 2 of these instead of 1. But yeah, that is the number 9 spot, the Mint Sheep Cloak. Here at the number 8 spot is the Magenta Wind Armor, and this is worth 3,000 black lungs, maybe more. So some info about this item is the Magenta Wind Armor got into the game on August 25th, 2016 and was initially recovered by beloved pandas, same person that actually got the Heart Locket previously on the list. And same story goes, it can be obtained if an HHQ employee forgets to add the color values when sending back a wind armor through the recovery system. As a result, the item turns magenta, although the chances of this happening are obviously extremely low. 3 other jammers obtained Magenta Wind Armor through the recovery system, and a person named Dragonborn Returns ended up getting banned with 1 of them in 2017, while another player known as the Lestrix was banned with 2 shortly after, also in 2017. So it is now one of a kind. That is why it's worth 3,000 black lungs, maybe more, and that's why it's at the number 8 spot. Now here at the number 7 spot is the Black Elf Tail Armor, arguably one of the best items on this list, if not the best in my opinion, and it is worth 3,000 black lungs, maybe more, and it is only one of a kind. Some info behind this item is the Black Elf Tail Armor is a glitched variant that was mysteriously obtained by a person named Abra in 2016 to 2017. He may have received it from HHQ due to an employee's mistake while recovering his items, but the real origin of this item is actually unknown. So it is presumed that based off the color and how it actually looks, that it probably was actually an employee mistake for the color ID when returning this item. However, pretty cool item regardless of that. That's why it's at the number 7 spot on this list. So here at the number 6 spot is actually the rare Magenta Long Spiked Collar, and this is actually worth around 5,000 black lungs, maybe less. So some info behind this item particularly is the rare Magenta Long Spiked Collar got into the game in August 24th, 2016 and was initially recovered by the player Pillow Cloud. It could be obtained in an HHQ employee forgets to add the color values when sending back a rare Long Spiked Collar through the recovery system. As a result, the item turns magenta, although the chances of this happening is extremely low. On August 25th, 2016, beloved pandas obtained 2 magenta long collars through the recovery system. Scorm ended up trading for Pillow Cloud's magenta long collar, which he then sold to an anonymous jammer who was banned with it on around December 2016. This variant became one of a kind after Apelix was banned on May 5th, 2022 with 1 magenta long collar on the account Chrysalid. So this is now currently one of a kind as a result, and that is why it is worth about 5,000 worth at this time. And yeah, that is the number 6 spot. Now here at the number 5 spot is the Magenta Cat Ears. So these are actually worth 8,000 black longs, and these are actually 3 of a kind as of right now. So some info behind this item: obviously the Magenta Cat Ears got into the game sometime in October 2016, and it can be obtained if HHQ forgets to add color values while sending them back as normal cat ears through the recovery system. As a result, the items turn magenta, although the chances of this are extremely low as always. The account So was banned with Magenta Cat Ears in December 2020. Pyroot also hacked the Shop King on August 6, 2021, but was later banned with his Magenta Cat Ears on the account resulting from these going to 5 to 3 of a kind in just a matter of a couple months. And that is why it's worth about 8,000 black longs, maybe more, and also why it is the number 5 spot on this list. Here at the number 4 spot is the Milky Tiara, which is worth around 10,000 black longs, maybe less. So the Milky Tiara is actually currently 5 of a kind, but one of them is actually untradeable, which you will see why that is. So some info about this is the Milky Tiara is believed to be a beta testing variant that was sold at Jamart Clothing from July to September in 2010. A person named Vin placed his Milky Tiara in a shop at some point in 2020 and purchased it on a different account. His account XParisX continued to display it on his avatars because he never logged back into the account before it was sold. On August 17th, 2021, XParisX was hacked and HHQ restored the account a few days later, duplicating the Milky Tiara. It is glitched though and cannot be traded or gifted, therefore it doesn't have any value. Obviously too many of these have been banned over the years to keep track of, however there is currently now 4 active tradable ones in the game, thus why it is worth so much more than all the other items on this list so far, and why it's also at the number 4 spot. Here at the number 3 spot is the Beta Eyeball Hat, rounding it at 18,000 worth, with only 6 of them being in the game. Some info behind this item is that the Beta Eyeball Hat is believed to be obtainable if a jammer defeated an AJ guide in a minigame during October 2010. However, some people also believe it was actually sold in Jamart Clothing. Approximately 15 Beta Eye owners were also hacked by Abra between 2012 and 2014. However, those Beta Eyes' whereabouts remain a mystery as of now. Numerous Beta Eyes have been banned throughout the following years. Worth of the item increased as a result of both of this, which is why it's now worth 18,000 worth, and it's also the 3rd rarest item in the game. Here at the number 2 spot is the Pearly Tiara. This is actually worth 20,000 black longs and is actually only one of a kind. So some info about this item is the Pearly Tiara is believed to be a beta testing variant that was removed from Jamart Clothing in the initial stages of the beta testing. In June 2014, the first Pearly Tiara was spotted, and is likely that Riddles, also known as Abra, received it from HHQ after contacting them and faking a story about being hacked of the tiara. Later in 2015, he sold it to Evie the Cutie, who ultimately sold it to Kendi, and she lost it when her account was deleted due to inactivity sometime after 2017. However, a person named Yozade most likely used the same method as Riddles on December 27, 2014, resulting in HHQ giving him a Pearly Tiara, which he then traded to Wisteria Moon sometime in 2015. To this day, there have only been reports of the existence of 2 Pearly Tiaras, one of which was deleted, therefore the item is actually only one of a kind. And this is why this item is the number 2 rarest item in the game, coming in at 20,000 worth. So the number 2 spot and the number 1 spot on this list particularly is always argued on which is rarer than the other. However, I'm just going to set it as this as for convenience sakes, because most people consider the Beta Creature Mask to be the rarer one. So as the number 1 spot here, we have the Beta Creature Mask. This is worth about 35,000 black longs and is 2 of a kind. So some info about this is the Beta Creature Mask was released in October 2010 at Jamart Clothing. It's believed that this variant was removed from the store a few hours after its release due to it being a color error. Throughout the years, 3 known Beta Creature Masks have been banned, and that's why it is now so hard to find and why its rarity went up over the years. And it is also considered the rarest item in Animal Jam Classic, which is why it's obviously at the number 1 spot, concluding this list. But yeah guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this year's list on the top 10 rarest. So hope you guys did enjoy. Obviously, big shout out to Item Tracking again for their information provided for these lists. This video would not be possible without them, so check them out in the description below if you want more. Yeah, as I said, it's gonna wrap it up here for this year's lists, guys. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you guys do want to be seeing more videos like this one in the future. Make sure to drop a comment letting me know what you thought of the video, what's the coolest item off this list. Let me know in the comments, and make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.